Welcome back to West Pier Game. Tonight we also have another spring preview with Wesleyan's men's tennis captains Sam and Steven. So you guys have been practicing in the off season. What has that been like, in the freezing cold?
Yeah, well, luckily we've had some time indoors, although definitely not as much as we would have liked. So I think that there's a bit more of an emphasis on off-court training than there is during the season. We've really been working hard to try to build up strength and work on some conditioning stuff that will hopefully help us in the spring and also keep us from getting injured in what can be a pretty sort of tightly packed stretch.
Yeah, the off season sort of built around everyone's academic schedules. Everyone sort of rushes into the field house for an hour and a half, gets the nets up, plays for an hour, and then runs off the class. It's nice to be in season where you have that 2-hour block, if we're lucky, every day to get the whole team there to practice together.
But it's nice that you guys, seem to work around the academics that everyone's very committed to on the team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a group of guys that's really committed as sort of student athletes and not just sort of to one or the other. I think that's important.
So how do you guys manage to make sure everyone's there at the same time? Because, everyone has different schedules, so...
Well, now that we're in season, it's sort of funny. When we're inside, we have a lot of times late practices. Sometimes we're not starting until 8:30, sometimes 9. So people are done classes generally, but it can get really confusing. So it's important to make sure everyone's up to date on practice schedules because it snows, lacrosse has to come inside, stuff like that.
And when you do have those late practices, how do you guys manage to stay awake?
Depends. Caffeine is one option. Naps during the day is another.
Yeah, I'm all about the
Naps on the court?
Hopefully not, but we've seen it done.
And from your freshman year, what can you guys tell me about the change of the program that you guys have had?
Steven can probably
I
answer
guess,
more about
yeah.
a bigger change.
My freshman year was the year before his, so we've seen an enormous change in the program, obviously, and much of that is due to Mike Freed, who is in his second year now as head coach. And so not only has he sort of reorganized our entire schedule and work ethic in terms of on and off court training, but he's also brought in some incredibly talented recruits. And now, freshmen make up a very large part of our team. And so we're really excited.
Yeah.
Agreed. I've only been on the team, this is my beginning of my second season. So, I can't really speak so much as to the transformation, but I'm just really happy to be a part of the process.
And tennis only runs from the fall and only in the spring. So how do you guys manage to stay in shape during the winter when it's the off season? It's pretty cold outside. It's hard to stay motivated, right?
Yeah, well, we're definitely not playing outside too much in the winter. But again, we have sort of workout buddies we try to get into the gym with and really keep each other motivated. We chart our workouts online, speak with the coach about, nutrition programs, things like that. We've met with psychologists, and so we really try to take sort of a well-rounded approach to staying in shape during the off-season.
What do you guys meet with the psychologists about?
It's sort of the game of tennis, it's as much about being mentally strong as it is about being physically strong. So we had a psychologist come to talk to us last year, a different one come talk to us this year, sort of about what you can do during a match when things aren't going your way, to start making it go your way. And, if you're able to employ those strategies, it can be very important in turning around matches.
Maybe that could be applied to schoolwork as well.
Yeah, it absolutely can be, I think. I think that the result of some of the mental training we did last year came through in our spring season last year when we ended up winning a lot of very close matches. And so hopefully we can carry that through into this year.
And are there any matches coming up in the spring that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, we start our first matches in a couple of weeks against Hamilton, which is 2 days before we leave for Florida in our spring break trip, where we play sort of five matches in 5 days. We
Wow.
sort of put the conditioning and strength workouts to the test. But I think everyone's looking forward to the most is the NESCAC schedule, which is in April, and seeing how we sort of stack up with the best teams in the NESCAC.
Yeah, and I think Hamilton will be an interesting opener for us. we had a very, very close match with them last year, and I think we're probably looking to send a message as we start our season this year. So we're working hard to get ready for that.
All right. Well, good luck on your coming season.
Thank you.
And have fun in the warm weather in Florida.
Thank
We
you.
will.